So Jacob called the place Peniel, saying, "It is because I saw God face to face, and yet my life was spared."
Your pineal gland, that tiny organ in your brain that every mystical tradition calls the third eye, is a photoreceptor. It responds to light, specifically solar light. And when you practice sun gazing the way the mystery schools taught it, something dormant wakes up. Your intuition sharpens, your perception expands. You access states of consciousness that modern education told you were impossible, and it costs nothing. That's the secret they buried. Direct access to source energy through the one power source, no institution.
So the Egyptians said the sun is pure energy. The whole story of Jesus is nothing more than a metaphor. These are metaphors for something far deeper that the ancient writers were trying to tell you in a metaphor. There's a symbolic story. And if you don't get the symbolism, you will go for your whole life in trouble because you didn't know how to read the symbols. You don't know what's really going on behind the scenes.
To call down our UFO crews like Yahweh or Dogon shamans, we call on Ra Amen for sun ritual, spiritual. I'm physically trapped. Rewind, play back, and get your pineal tapped like Gregory Hines when I'm spitting the rhymes. A&Rs want me to blow, but all rights reserved. And
the sun gives life to every living thing on this planet. Free, abundant, available to everyone regardless of status, wealth, or belief system. And ancient civilizations understood it as more than just warmth and light. They understood it as conscious energy that interfaces directly with human biology. The Egyptians
What is the nature of that reality which they're able to see?
Well, that is classified as a non-physical reality sometimes.
At the physical level, we're separate, and there's this much distance between us. On the very highest level, which is the high spiritual level, we are basically overlapping completely. Everybody is overlapping everybody else. In other words, everything and everyone is everywhere. In other words, we've become omnipresent. This is a state of highly spiritual, perfected beings, or gods, you mean.
Itzhak Bentov researched how the human nervous system, responsible for perceiving physical reality, is linked to the evolution of consciousness. One of the central themes of his study was Kundalini energy.
The tree of life, the serpent, which is the Kundalini, the hell's fire. Once it hit the black dot, the wings come. The white boy having a calcified pineal gland, he's an intruder that they call him in here. He has complete extermination because they didn't say he had exterminated, they said because it's metaphysical now. He fails to enter the house of Jacob. He fails to ascend the house of Jacob. So when you look in the index and look up intruder in here. Now, also they said the intruder, once the Christ rise with your third eye open and this illusionary world disappears, they say the intruder will no longer have power over you with all his luxuries.
Remember that image of like a Buddha with the halo? There's always a halo around the Buddha's head, or Jesus. People say there's a cross behind him in that halo, but it's the beams of light. It's exactly what you can learn or remember to activate.
Many ancient esoteric traditions and mystical schools knew of the potential of the pineal. The ancient Greeks believed it to be our connection to the realms of thought. Buddhists know it as a symbol of spiritual awakening. In Hinduism, the pineal connects with the third eye chakra, the seat of intuition and clairvoyance. Jesus proclaimed that the eye is the lamp of the body, so then if your eye is clear, your whole body will be full of light. If Rene Descartes is right, and the pineal gland is indeed the seat of the human soul, then these traditions are correct in believing that it serves as the connecting link between the physical and spiritual worlds.
How did they know about the third eye? Because each chakra connects in to an organ. So what fascinates me is the sixth chakra plugs into the pineal gland. The pineal gland has photoreceptors on it. And yet they knew that thousands of years ago before they ever knew that there were photoreceptors on the pineal. So that to me, it shows you that we know a lot more in the past than we even do now with our technology.
The pineal gland is lined on the inside with tissue called pinealocytes. These pinealocytes are similar to the rods and cones in the retina of your eye. That's right, it's the third eye. Your brain has a third eye in the center, and it has retinal tissue.
Still get it from the intellect reservoir, cosmic surfing. These two sons of God didn't come from virgins. Ether makes up these gods. We rode light angles to the earth plane, again trapped in skin.
You have these little floating crystals that actually have that quality. And even better than that is there is another characteristic called piezochromatism. Piezochromatic crystals are crystals that can release any color of light in the rainbow. Dimethyltryptamine is the main chemical that seems to do this.
It's metaphysical. Horus is called Great Face. What did I say the face of God was? The pineal gland. In the back of you, you got the melanin in the most concentrated part. In the middle of the brain, you got the pineal gland, which synthesizes the melanin and brings light. Brings light. See it bringing the light? Brings light. Lucifer means pineal gland. You got to turn everything around.
You kill me when Drew and Marcus got toe tag. That's why I'm here with the Grand Chairman of Fear. Truth make you think critical like Sabir. Doing the God things, I make ancients appear. And all I'm hearing